So I hope I've said before, I have had a brain injury and I'm in supported living right now. Having spent some time in hospital, I don't know how long, I believe it was more than 1 year in hospital, and at some point I've moved into supported living. I don't know how long I've been here, maybe 4 months, maybe 6 months, I'm not sure, but around that time frame I think. So I think I've said I'm doing this video project to communicate with the world, to express myself, and to keep myself sane, basically, to give myself a project to do. So I don't have any great information to pass on. It is just about self-expression mainly. So in terms of my time here, I don't know how long it's been. I'd imagine it's been some months though, but I simply don't know, because time is very difficult to appreciate for me right now. All I do in life is eat and sleep, and I shower once a day. I don't believe I'm doing any activities at the moment. I'm not sure if that's planned or whatever, but I have a problem with memory as well, so I might be doing things and then forgetting that I've done it. But I'm really not sure I have done anything. So I think I just am being maintained, and I'm concerned that I'm being regarded as a farm animal, just being watered and fed and given a place to sleep. I'm concerned about what that means. And the reason I'm concerned is that it might mean that there's no point in doing anything else for me. My injury is too severe to recover from, and that this is essentially my life now. And that's a terrifying thought. To live like this with my body, I'm partially disabled and I've lost my memory. To live like this for all of my life, or whatever remains of my life, is just a terrifying thought. But I have to face up to the possibility of it. I have asked more than once if I will recover to some extent. And I think the answer is pretty much the same. They don't know. They simply don't know. There are no answers for me. So I'm just living, basically. Fed and watered and have a place to sleep. I should be doing some activities. If not soon, then I don't know what's going on. But I think that in the past I've done some activities, but it seems to have stopped recently. But it's so difficult to appreciate what's going on because of my memory. But I believe activities will commence again sometime soon. I certainly hope so anyway. So, to relate to you, this experience is it's quite difficult. But to not have a memory is so completely strange. I simply don't understand anything, basically. I don't know how I got here. I know I obviously had some injury that led to the brain damage. I don't know how that happened. I don't know when it happened. I don't know where it happened. So I am very confused. And the staff here are, what's the word? They're professional in what they do, but they don't seem to be aware of my situation. And when I've asked questions, they refer me to somebody else. some advisor or something. But the problem is that this person isn't around. I don't know how to reach them. So I am kind of stuck, just existing. I'm not achieving anything, I'm not learning anything, and it's very frustrating. So I don't know what to do at all. I'm dealing with these physical problems, meaning I can barely walk, I shuffle around kind of. I haven't left this flat for I don't know how long. It's a studio type flat. It's like a large room, extended room. So I have a TV, but my eyes are behaving a bit strangely, so it's hard to watch TV. But at least I have it. So I'm trying to work out what I do with myself and what I do with life. At the moment, I'm mainly on my phone doing internet browsing and messaging some people. But I'm finding I'm not really in touch with people very much. And I need to make that happen, because otherwise I'm just stuck in here by myself. And life is kind of strange and empty. So I really am wondering how I make life work. What do I do with myself? The support here is about giving me a roof over my head, a place to sleep, and food. And I think exercise will come online soon. But I get the impression that I'm being left on my own mainly because there's no point in doing anything else. Maybe I'm too badly injured to make progress, and that's so scary. I don't want to live life broken like this indefinitely. I was and I continue to be hopeful of improvement, but judging from what I see from staff, there's very little attention. It makes me think that there isn't any point and that they've decided that I'm not going to improve. And that's very worrying. But I know that when I think I've asked staff in the past, and their answer is always speak to someone more senior or be patient, something along those lines. So I need to schedule a meeting at some point with someone more senior. But the problem I have is that when I do talk to people, I don't remember what they say soon after. So I need to record any such meeting so that I can refer to it again. But it is absolutely nuts to be living like this. And the days are passing, but I'm not aware of it. But I know that time's passing quite a lot. I am looking for some kind of plan to be in place that makes sense to me. If anyone sees this, I don't expect any help from outside, to be honest. I would love to have some advice, but I realise that it's an impossible situation, so there's nothing to be said. So I know I have to make life work somehow. I'm trying to understand what it means and what I'm doing. At the moment, it's purely iPhone, trying to communicate with friends, but that isn't happening enough. I barely remember who my friends are anyway, so it's very strange. I know that my friends have done a lot for me to get me to this position. They've helped so much in so many ways. and my memory lets me down, so I don't appreciate it properly. But I'm aware of it, and I'm so grateful for it, even though I don't remember the details. I wish I could explain to you properly what brain injury is and what it means. But I simply, my history, my knowledge of myself is just a blank. When I look inside myself, there's simply no information now. Well, that's not really true. I remember, for example, some of the company names of companies I work for. I remember some of the people that I know. I remember some of my friends' names. I remember some details of the cars that I drove, even the number plates, believe it or not. But I don't remember the time that's passed and when I drove them and things like that. It is so patchy. I remember thinking of my dad and how I wasn't good enough to him. I was well behaved and everything, but I didn't treat him properly. I didn't respect him enough. I regret that so much. And obviously there's nothing I can do now, but it's just a sad situation. And I hope to educate my children. I don't even remember my children, but I know I have to, and I know their names, and that's all I know about them. I don't know how old they are, but I imagine they're around about 5. But that's a battle to fight one day. But I'm confused about what to do because I can't be a father to them as things stand. I'm in supported living. I don't even cook for myself or anything. So how can I help them? How can I be a father? So I don't know how that's gonna work. And the worrying thing is that my situation might not improve. It could be that this is life, as it is now, and it will start out this. And that's just insane to imagine. But I have to accept that there's a possibility. And I know that no one can tell me anything different. No one can say X, Y, and Z will happen because I just don't know. I think the brain is too mysterious and it's just unknowable. So I'm wondering what I do. I mean, at the moment it's just eating and sleeping. In the past I've done some exercises and I think that will start up again at some point. I know, for example, that there's this virus going around, coronavirus, a pandemic, I think they describe it. And I think that's just amazing. It's so hard to appreciate properly what's happening. But it seems like I get the impression that the country's closed down to an extent. Things are closing, people are probably getting warnings about where they can go and what they can do and things like that. So I'm not sure what it would be like to be normal. What would it be like? I wouldn't be able to go out very much, or I think people can still work and stuff. They have to do that. I think you can't go into groups of people. So my friends must come. You can't gather in groups of people. I think you have to stay apart. And I don't see how that's possible. It just seems crazy. And I can't believe that this is actually happening. This is life. And I've got enough troubles in life. I don't need to have coronavirus on top of it as well. But it is so amazing, and how we deal with this, I really don't know how it's handled. But I know there must be people working so hard to find solutions. And I really feel for those people because it's so awful having to try and deal with an impossible problem. It's just no way of handling it. But they have to handle it. I don't know the details, but I believe people have actually died because of this virus. I don't understand how it is, and I don't know enough. But I know it's still very serious, and there doesn't appear to be a solution. It's just madness. I'm surprised this is happening. I'm more surprised it hasn't happened before. I mean, why now? What's special about now that it should be happening? And it hasn't happened before, as far as I know. I remember asking about this previously, and someone talked about a flu pandemic that happened ages ago, years and years ago. I can't remember any details, but that's the only time anything similar has happened. So I'm wondering what life is. I'm in supported living for now, and I'm not getting much in the way of treatment. I'm just here being looked after. And it makes me think that this is what they expect from me. They expect me to be just someone in need of support living. I feel like I've been consigned to a supported life and just left to my own devices. Because there isn't any active treatment, they must have decided that I'm not worth investing in that way. I'm just a body that needs to be fed and watered and housed. And that's incredibly scary. So I am trying to work out what life is. I need to talk to people to find out more. But it's the same situation. They don't know the situation. They don't know any more than I do. I'll either improve or I won't. And they can't really do anything for me. It's so awful. I wish there was some solution, some way of making progress. But all I can do is live and hope, I suppose.